as I totally forgot to turn my banning phase overlay on. Oops, my bad. At least it's not as bad as before when we got right into a couple games where I left my banning overlay over the game for half of it. But now that's not going to happen. Not this time. No siree. So getting right into our team and player introductions. We've got Matrice now on our carry Terrorblades, going to be supported by STN and Eki. STN, of course, going to be Vengeful Spirit Eki on Ogre Magi. Thorman going to be playing our Magnus, and it's going to be an off-lane Doombringer, which is probably what I expected to see there. Top lane is going to be Ingman, of course, on our carry Slark. Evasion Dota, Skywrath Mage, Less Larva will be support. Wraith King mid is, of course, going to be the Dragon Knight, played by Phantom XP. And finally, last but not least, we've got 6net on offlane Jakiro. And actually, 6net did pretty good last game. No aggressive movement so far. We have Terrorblade using the illusion, sending it out to guard the bottom rune. Scout that one out. As Crush Dota drops in early ward, their Northern Lions is probably going to deal with that quickly. As Evasion Dota, nobody... Evasion does have the Sentry Ward. Ingman, Less Larva. Yeah, it's going to be the Sentry Ward there. As Standen has the other Vision Ward. And Illusion zones him out a little bit. Game not going to start for another 10 seconds. The horn is off. And we're getting right into Game 3 of the ESL Think Fast Razer League. Eki's going to pick up this bottom rune, and top is going to go the way of Less Larva. It's going to be the bounty for Less Larva. Double damage. Is that double damage, or is it invisibility? It's hard to tell with this big fat ogre sitting right on top of it. Looks like a DD. But now Doombringer actually rotating into the jungle. Yeah, he's waiting for that first creep spawn before he goes top. We have a pause out from who paused the game? It's like a Phantom XP. Pings coming out from both sides. We have drawings, interesting drawings from Ingman. Probably saying, hey, Doom could be going this way. Wanting Jakiro to go all the way down to tier 2 tower and then swing back into the secret shop for Dire. I think Jakiro should have a pretty good time here bottom. And the go call. Go is called. Phantom XP is going to be squaring off against Thorman. This is going to be an interesting mid lineup. I think that Thorman has the advantage here. Just with the, yeah, he went straight for the Empower, so going right for quick and easy last hits, as Doom is going to pick up a Stomp as his first Devour. Very nicely, very lucky, to say the least. And he's going right for these jungle creeps. Gonna pick up a level 2 off this, and as an offlane Doom, that's what you want to get with that Devour. And the Stomp is going to be super handy. I mean, it's no Chain Lightning from a Harpy, but it's something. And he's going to go right back in. Screw it. He's going right for the jungle, as Ingman is just left up here on his own. And that draws away these supports, as they're just forced to kind of stop this creep wave. Maybe set up a pull. Has it already been stacked? No, there's no stack at all. This Crush Dota is just cleaning it up here in this jungle. 6net down bottom, doing pretty good. And yeah, as you'd expect, this Empower build getting our Thorman quite a bit of last hits. He's sitting at 7. Jakiro's only got 5. So if we see this continue, Thorman could pull ahead quite quickly. Although the Breathe Fire from Dragon Knight doing a lot of damage, making Thorman a little bit leery about dancing. He does have a bottle now, so went for the fast bottle. And we see Crush Dota still in the jungle, content to farm up. Now level 2. Gonna devour this Hellbear and get his quick level 3. So yeah, Jungle Doom working out for him, I suppose. It's Terrorblade here bottom lane. It has allowed Ingman to get free farm top, and this is not what you want to do, though, if you're Rise Gaming. Like, Ingman, if you let this guy farm, you're going to be wishing you didn't. That's all I have to say about that. As Ingman's farm, well, once he gets up there on Slark, we saw him just go insane on every carry hero that he gets farm on. This guy, I've seen him get godlike at least 2 or 3 times. It's insane. It's ridiculous. So now Doom still in the jungle, farming away on these creeps. Finally get some golems. So not what you want to get as a Doom, but not really carrying too much. He's got the Thunderclap now from the Hellbear. As convergence is happening on Phantom XP, there's the Magic Missile, followed up with the Ignite and the Fire Blast, and the Skewer pulls Phantom XP way back behind on top of the hill. Tower hits actually hit the Illusions, and Phantom XP will bottle up, should be able to get himself to safety. As a rotation, forces Evasion Dota and Less Larva mid, leaving Ingman just to farm away on top. Crush Dota, though, still farming away. Getting that Devour up. And the Scorched Earth able to heal him back, keep him jungling as long as he can. Now level 3, but Ingman still out farming the Terrorblade. Level 4 as Matrice keeping up in terms of experience. If you look at our net worth, though, yeah, it's very close for both sides. As now Phantom XP is pulled ahead for last hits. But Magnus bottles up the DD, and Ogre Magi picks up the Bounty Rune. So we get a double stack getting ready here to be pulled. Actually just a single stack by STN. Trying to stack up this wave. As now Eki's rotating in, getting ready for perhaps a gank on 6net. 6net, though, level 4 compared to Crush Dota is now level 4, who now is rotated finally up to the top lane. Has got what he wanted. Has boots and a Ring of Basilius. As our supports from Northern Lions, Less Larva and Evasion Dota have rotated back top. Crush Dota finally here. Pounce does not connect actually from Ingman. It has gone for the Essence Shift. Sitting at level 5, has Pounce at level 3. An amazing skill if you can land it. And now has a Hand of Midas on the way, and that's going to be about a 5-minute Midas. Well, a 6-minute if he is 380 gold. He should have it in 2 more hits, actually. As now there's the Magic Missile on 6net. Eki could follow it up with a Fire Blast. 1 second, all he needs is gets Ice Pathed up, but there is the Fire Blast in First Blood, secured by Matrice with the Metamorphosis. Very strong. Pink's coming out from Northern Lions, thinking that Doombringer is rotating to the jungle, and he is. Ingman, though, now has the Hand of Midas on the way. 6net has a TP top, and it's going to be a top tower early push as we get the Liquid Fire level 2 on Jakiro going right on the tower, slowing that attack speed. And 6net picks up his favorite Tranquil Boots on that hero. Hand of Midas now up on Ingman, as Matrice is now squaring off against Evasion Dota in bottom, and Evasion's got to play it really safe, otherwise he could die very quickly. Phantom XP uses Dragon Form just to try to push in the tower, working a little bit but not too much, as Crush Dota and STN are here. STN very low on mana, not able to use a Magic Missile, about 70 mana off. And now Phantom XP moving right back in to the mid tower, as we have some very interesting movement coming out from Rise Gaming. They're not wanting to engage just yet, as now, oh, look at this, Eki's smoked up, but Phantom XP has picked up the haste room, so he'll be able to get out okay. And now Crush Dota trying to defend this tower, but 6net with the Liquid Fire just keeping these attacks down. Be able to use it again in 3 seconds. And actually, something happened mid. Thorman picked up the kill on Phantom XP. I don't know how that happened with Phantom XP with the haste rune. But that was big. That's a huge kill. Giving rizeGaming an early game advantage, and we saw what they did with it in game 1. But I will say, Ingman is getting ridiculous amounts of farm. There's the tower, and Pounce off on Crush Dota is now going to use his TP. Ice Path already used to set up that Pounce, so Crush Dota easily just TPs out of there. Pings are now coming out from rizeGaming, suspecting a gank attempt from our supports from Northern Lions, but really they're just trying to farm the jungle, as a line is drawn here from Ryze. I suppose that Crush is saying don't cross that line, you'll probably get ganked, as Ingman, now sitting at 1,000 gold. Farming away. Still behind Terrorblade though. As Terrorblade has got going for the Manta style, or at least the Yasha, probably the Manta style. It's now Eki is trying to leech off the experience here from Ingman, but Ingman getting way out of hand. And this is where they need to shut him down, as his net worth is right behind that of Terrorblade, of Matrice. And now Thorman could be in big trouble, as he's already silenced. There's going to be nice skewer though, gets himself out of there, and Doom in on Less Larva, not going to be able to get that kill, and the Shockwave to seal that. It's now ping off on Ingman, as rizeGaming need to get this guy taken care of. He's already, what does he have on the way now? Probably his power treads. It's actually a Ring of Aquila, as bottom tower is easily taken by Matrice. Terrorblade illusions. Once he gets that metamorphosis up, it's basically, it's his ultimate. I mean, it has such a long cooldown, it is his ultimate. As Sunder is just kind of a thing. I wouldn't exactly say the Sunder is Terrorblade's signature move. It's really Metamorphosis. It gives him so much damage. It has such a long cooldown. It's excellent for pushing. They have Smoke up though on Evasion Dota and Lust Larva. They're rotating in. They could catch Crush if Crush is not careful. Matrice though caught in here. Nice stun though, but look at all this damage from the Terrorblade illusions. Catches. Oh man, Lust Larva has nowhere to go. Bad skewer though coming out from Thorman. Misses that by a mile. Tries to catch Evasion, but fails. Misjudged that. And now we have all of rizeGaming, or at least rizeGaming's cores, are in the mid, as Ingman rotating up, trying to get a kill. Yeah, he's showing, yeah, Eki's drawing the line, suspecting a gank from Ingman, and he's right. If he doesn't get out of there, you could be in big trouble. He's running away. No, still trying to keep it in there, as he sees that the rest of Northern Lions' support, their follow-up is still all mid. As nice jump in, blink RP, and then the swap out from STN as the sacrifice. Going to be stunned up. There's going to be the Shockwave, but not enough to save STN, as the blink RP did absolutely nothing against Northern Lions. There was no follow-up at all. All there was just a swap to save Thorman from certain death. He must have like blink RP'd into 2 and realized 4 were there and said, oh shit, get me out of here. And now this mid tower is in danger of falling. Shockwave going to pull off the creeps aggro at the very least, but so much DPS from Jakiro and Phantom XP. But Matrice meanwhile pushing bottom lane, getting it very low. It's already at half health. And Matrice using his illusions. Deny from Eki, as now Matrice forced to back off, but this tower. And now Phantom XP being attacked. Look at how much damage these illusions are doing. Phantom XP already about 80% HP. Matrice is running right back in, still getting attacked by these illusions. The illusions now 50%, but Matrice has everyone converging on him. He wants to go in on this. He's going right on Evasion, gets a kill, but also dies in the process. Way too greedy there for Matrice. Should have just backed himself away. He did, however, create a lot of space for STN and Eki to push this mid tower. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it in time. As Ingman now going for that Eye of Scotty. When he got Eye of Scotty before, he went absolutely berserk. Problem is, Eye of Scotty is such an expensive item that if you get killed, you have no other fallback. You're basically going for Scotty, and you buy these items that are on paper are good, like ultimate orbs, but they're just so much money. And you can just be stalled from picking it up. Eki now pinging out, thinking there's going to be movement from Northern Lions. He's correct in assuming that Northern Lions is here, waiting to go, and there's going to be a liquid fire. So now there's going to be a Doom up on Phantom XP. I guess there was a missed RP that nobody caught. Is RP on cooldown? Yeah, it is. So whiffed RP from Thorman. Oh, whoops. If you just take a look at our graphs here, Rise is still in the lead, but only by about 1,600 for both gold and experience. Ingman, though, farming up very efficiently, now drags the attention of Matrice, as his illusions are now running. I mean, he has Metamorphosis ready to go. Can't use it, but is now going to TP bottom. Matrice very efficiently farming this this map. If we look at he's still ahead on net worth, but if Slark picks it up, and Slark has just been free farming all game. I'm really afraid for when Slark picks up his Scotty, and now it's looking like he's going to get it. We have a smoke up now from Evasion and Less Larva. Ingman rotating in. The target is Thorman, but Thorman is already way ahead. If he can back himself out of there, he can blink himself to safety. We have now Ingman running in from behind. The creeps show that Ingman is there, and Thorman blinks himself away. Now here on bottom, all 5 bottom, as Matrice picks up a kill on Phantom XP. Blink Dagger now picked up on Slark, not going for the fast Scotty, but this tower gonna fall easily to Matrice, as 15 minutes into the game, we've already got 3 towers down, 2 tier 1s, a tier 2, and Rise Gaming now switching over to mid tower, pinging out Ingman, who's picked up a double damage. If he jumps in here on Thorman, he's going for it. He sees Eki, he sees Crush. He's not going to want to jump into all this, though, as he uses a nice multicast, though, catches him out. Eki now slowed up. No Ancient Shield will follow that up as the mid-tier 1 tower falls. Crush Dota runs right into death. It gets Mystic Flared. Now Phantom XP. RP. Nice RP, though, from Thorman. Nice drag out of that Macro Pyre, as Ingman, now going to be the target, does fall to Terrorblade. Matrice got a double kill, as STN and Eki are still going in on it. Now Less Larva down to half health. Ignited up, and Eki could fall here if he doesn't get out in time. The burn damage is going to be enough. Yes, it will. Less Larva, not quite enough to take him out, as Matrice just rests on his laurels and runs away. He's got himself the Manta style now, and it's looking like the Terrorblade push is going to be too much. Well, you get the Manta style. He's bought something else with all of his gold. As now all the items come out, we've got the Yule Scepter on 6net, Blink Dagger on Ingman, Urn of Shadows up on Less Larva. Matrice actually going for a butterfly after picking up that Yasha. Says, screw it. I may as well just go all out. Crush Dota still has not picked up his Blink Dagger. He needs to get some of that initiation, that movement. And something went wrong with Northern Lions. Apparently their voice server has gone down. But yeah, Matrice going for the butterfly straight out. Going to actually be very effective against this Slark, as well as Wraith King. If he can just keep himself alive, I feel like Terrorblade needs a BKB in order to stay inside all of these team fights. Probably will be his next item, as I don't really see him getting a Manta style after getting this butterfly. It could be just a value Yasha for the movement speed and attack speed buff. It also stacks on his illusions. And if you think about it, I mean, Manta style is not really that good on Terrorblade. I mean, it's good, but it's not the best because his illusions, he can spawn them every 10-16 seconds, and they last for so long and do way more damage than the Mana style. It's kind of like an end game item if you really just want to get it. Now Crush Dota, he's almost got the Blink Dagger if he wants to buy it, and I think he should. He'll get it eventually. If we look at our Northern Lions side, stand-in 6-net, he's now got his Yules, so that's going to be big. Phantom XP has died quite a lot though. Still close to that BKB, so that's going to be important once he picks that up. Eggman, however, that death on him was huge, as that Blink Dagger did not really pay off. He needs something like a BKB in order to stay in the fights and not fall to all the magic damage that just gets put out by Ryze. There's so much out there. There's Magic Missile, there's Fire Blast, there's Ignite, there's Shockwave. Holy crap, there's Doom as well to keep Slark from jumping away and making it to safety. And in these fights, I haven't even seen Ingman use Shadow Dance. Maybe he has, and I just didn't catch it. Less Larva, though, very poor on this Wraith King. Focusing only on wards. And Evasion Dota at least has the Arcane Boots. Probably going to go for something like a Veil of Discord or something to amp up the magic damage, which is pretty much the only way that they're going to kill off the Ryze carries and cores. Too much HP for that right click, but there's no real what Northern Lions need is an efficient way to lock someone down inside the macro pyre, and they want that with Slark. I feel like they want that with Concussive Shot to line up the Slark Pounce, and then followed up with Wraithfire Blast and Dragon Tail, while everyone's just caught inside the macro pyre. Problem is, you have to get everyone really, really clustered together in order for Pounce to at least net 2 to 3 people. Some movement now being scouted out. They know where Slark is. Yeah, Terrorblade Illusion scouts him out as Ingman just goes toe-to-toe with his Illusion. We already see he's down to about 40%. Shadow Dance will get him back up as he just farms away on top. This Slark is feeling very squishy though, only 1000 HP. I mean, he's got more than Terrorblade, but still. This Terrorblade has almost a butterfly, has got a Boots of Travel. It's just been pushing, and the push out of rizeGaming has been completely unanswered by Northern Lions. I mean, the bottom tower sure is going to fall, but they already used the Glit. Doesn't matter. Macropyre is now being used by 6-net to defend the base. But their mid-tier 3 is already at about 80% HP. Matrice just going at it. Now Ingman jumps in. Could no Sunder. Huge death, though, for Matrice. That's going to be a streak going the way of Northern Lions. But as Eki and Crush Dota clear it up, Less Larva will be taken out by the Shockwave. Now Ingman stunned up. There's going to be there's the level death from Crush. Cleans up Ingman, and there goes the core Slark for Northern Lions. Matrice, though, got a little bit too big for his britches there. decided to run over the hill. Thought that his team backed him up, but ended up running right into Slark. With the Essence Shift pulling all that damage and agility away from Terrorblade, that's going to be pretty big. But still, at the end of the day, Rise walk away with a victory. We see the game is plateaued for about the last 10 minutes or so, but that fight right there gave Rise a lot of momentum. And Terrorblade can just TP anywhere and farm the jungle all day long. Still a lot of aggressive warding. Oh, whoa! Crush caught in the top jungle. Scouted out by all of Northern Lions, and they take his streak. That's going to be a big swing towards Northern Lions after that. Got a lot of experience out of it. As now, things have quieted down after that team fight. I think Rise realized that they can't quite make the push in yet. Not until Terrorblade gets his items. Now he has a butterfly, so that's going to be big. As he can use that butterfly not only to fight off the Slark with that evasion, but also the active haste buff that it gives now, thanks to new patches. Slark, though, sitting at 1800 gold, going for probably the Scotty. We've seen Ingman do this before. Went from Blink Dagger to Scotty. Pretty standard Slark build. As now Phantom XP gets the BKB, and this is where things are going to get pretty interesting. I don't know if we have any BKBs on the side of Rise Gaming yet. No BKBs yet. Crush Dota and Matrice have got to get them. Once they get them, I think Crush Dota is going either for the... I feel like he's probably going to go for, the way things are looking, the Assault Cuirass, just with all the push that Rise Gaming wants to do. Shiva's, not so much. But now we have 6net is caught out. Oh, Evasion could, or STN could be in trouble. There's a Mystic Flare on STN, but nice multiclass on 6net, and not going to be enough as Ingman is there with the Blink and the Pounce. Just to seal that off as Evasion secures that kill. And after that, Northern Lions starting to get a couple kills on the board. Getting themselves back up there. Swinging that golden experience graph back towards their territory. As it feels like Rise Gaming have been kind of stuck after that push mid. Although I will say it's probably just because they're waiting, biding their time. As Matrice is now building towards a Manta style. So I was wrong about that, going right for the Manta. I'm still going to be of the opinion that he should go for BKB, especially against this high magic damage team. You've got Skywrath Mage Takiro, God. You have Dragon Knight with Breathe Fire, Slark's Pounce, and Dark Pact. It's all magical damage. Even Wraithfire Blast, it's all magic. And if you can get Terrorblade in there with a Metamorphosis and then BKB, he hasn't even gone for Reflection. So that's an interesting build. But now Ingman blinks away with Dark Pact, does not want to get caught out here by the Doom. And Crush Dota was probably caught off guard. I'm thinking he would have doomed Ingman if he had the opportunity. Probably just not expecting to see Ingman there, as we have all 5 now of Rise Gaming. On the bottom lane wanting to make a push in. They might swing mid with this after this creep wave is done. We'll see what happens. So now STN puts down a sentry, takes care of the sentry from Northern Lions. Now NL ping out all of Rise Gaming. They know something's going on. There is the Wraithfire Blast used on the Illusion as Matrice uses his Manta style just to push in the tower a little bit. Less larvae. All of Rise Gaming now have backed off though. So it looks like they just kind of drew all the... Rise now taking the time to do the slow siege, turning the tables on Northern Lions, what they had before. And Matrice just farming himself up. Farming, farming, farming. We've got a smoke now though from Northern Lions. Ingman getting that much closer to his Eye of Scotty. He's now about 2,000 gold away, as Roshan will be the target for Northern Lions. After this, it's probably going to be the Aegis going towards either Phantom XP or Ingman, as, oh, Matrice with a cheeky illusion runs right in there, scouts out the Roche, and now everyone from Rise is ready to go. Smoke up as the illusion from Matrice. Rise Gaming know they can't give Northern Lions this Roche. Now Evasion scouts out this sentry, and Matrice just rotates right into Roche. He's doing so much damage to this guy. My god, he can solo him. And Northern Lions have just backed off as Rise Gaming push, don't even need to fight. Just push Northern Lions away, and Crush is able to pick up that Roshan Aegis. So they take what Northern Lions wanted. And now Crush has got about 3,000 gold in the bank, thinking that he's going to be going for this assault, as Ingman is now chasing it after Matrice. Could be, there's a blink, runs right into the illusion, and instead just backs off as the illusion takes Ingman about to 50 HP, 50%. Still, this illusion whacking on Ingman, doing so much damage. This Terrorblade has been really, really good for Rise Gaming. He's been the hero they need, as now they take about a 12,000 gold lead, roughly 5,000 experience, give or take a couple hundred. Give a couple hundred. Let's be real. As they just take the top tower uncontested. It's not like Northern Lions can't fight this. They can. They can do something. It's just that Terrorblade is so buff. Look at how much damage he's doing to Les Larva. Right there with 2 illusions. Almost kills him. It's going to be a Shiva is now picked up by Doom. So Blink Shiva is going to be out with the Aegis. Can get a Doom off on... You can get a Doom off on either Les Larva or ideally Ingman. It's going to be... Now Crush Dota uses that. Does not have the Doom up. Now nice swap from STN, just keeping Crush alive. As stun out on Eki from Phantom XP. Everyone's kind of caught off guard. His concussive shot's going to nab Eki. As there's a Mystic Flare, does not hit anyone. Now Thorman silenced up. Les Larva, there goes the Resurrection. And Doom is going to actually go off on Phantom XP. So used by that there. Ingman is still running around, kind of confused in this fight. Eki able to run out. And now that's actually 3 down on the side of Northern Lions. And no answer at all from Ingman, who just kind of ran around like a chicken with his head cut off. Did nothing in that fight, and Rise walk away completely unscathed. And they're free to push that mid tower. We do have buybacks from all of Northern Lions. I don't think they're going to use them, though. They're just going to force out the glyph. And it's, look at all these illusions, though, from Matrice. These towers are just falling in no time flat. Oh my god, you can't... you can't give this Matrice a Terrorblade. I mean, Ingman's Slark is strong, but Terrorblade is stronger. Look at how... It does not matter. Look at Ingman. He's almost dead. He's forced out to use that Shadow Dance. Still almost dead. Crush Dota does not have Aegis anymore. Doesn't matter. Going straight for the barracks as Eki now caught inside the Macropyre. Skewer from Thorman pulls out 2. Phantom XP's here, though, with the fight. Les Larva does fall as Phantom XP just getting whacked on by Matrice. Going crazy here in this fight. Ingman now catching Crush Dota, but now the mirror image from Matrice slows Slark enough to get a triple kill. And Phantom XP buys back in. That's a buyback from Phantom XP. Could be a dieback, as it should be. As these illusions from Matrice. Oh, it is a dieback, and that's unstoppable. That's an ultra kill from Matrice. It could be a rampage before the game is up, and nope. GG called by Northern Lions, as they just cannot stop the Terrorblade. Matrice just took it out of the park with an explosive Game 3. Rise Gaming beat Northern Lions. 27 minutes, just like Game 1. We'll see what Game 4 brings in the ESL Think Fast Razer League after a short break.